Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we got the last official DLC launching tomorrow as of the making of this video. And we have a look at all their entrances. Now I had to turn off the music because of copyright issues, you know that. But without further ado, let's go check out these entrances. And then we got an update for casual pro wrestling that might really interest some of you guys. So stick around. Alright, so here's our looks at the Junkyard Dog. I'm trying to remember what the last game he was in. I remember him being in Legends of WrestleMania, which was kind of like a fighting game, wrestling game. It was a really weird version of basically the wrestling games, but it was cool. It was different. It kind of played like the old Aki-made Ultimate Muscle games that never released here. They were mostly in, or only in Japan. Like there's quite a few Ultimate Muscle games, or Kinnikuman is what they're called in Japan, which is, I believe, Strongman or Power Man or something like that, or Superman or something like that. I forget what it stands for, but anyway, it kind of like the gameplay was almost identical to that. Like if you go play those games, which I have on my shelf behind me, and I played them, I'm like, wait a minute, this feels like Legends of Wrestling. Well, they probably stole it and put it into Legends of Wrestling because it felt totally different, and it was actually kind of refreshing, you know. But it was too bizarre after playing basically the Yuke's SmackDown engine for so long. And now, next up is Tito Santana, and all these character models look great, but Tito Santana's and most of their entrances are less than a minute. Like his is 26 seconds. If you watch the video over on X, it's like, why is it so short? It's insane. I'm still getting over this stupid cold. Now it's just a cough, and it's really annoying. Alright, next up is Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. His theme song that they chose for the game is freaking awesome. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I'll probably end up stealing it for my wrestler because it's that 80s awesome, like, I think it's like I'm a Fighter or something. I think it's what it's called. It's an old 80s song, and it's freaking awesome. And I kind of want to steal it from my Mohawk guy because it's just so cool. It's just so awesome. But yeah, he looks great. I know his son was praising this over on X. I don't think he's ever been in a wrestling game before, has he? Correct me in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure this is his first time in a WWE wrestling game. He might have been in that Showdown Legends of Wrestling game. I don't remember. Made by Acclaim. I think they blew their whole budget just getting all the wrestlers in the game because, I don't know. Anyway, next up is Jesse Ventura. And there's not a lot of stuff to use for creation parts. The most interesting stuff is what he has on. And I don't think I'm going to end up using a lot of that for any of my characters, but at least it's something unique to use, like his hat, the feather boas. Man, won't go away. His weird shirt. Now, for me, I mostly know Jesse Ventura from the old 80s movies, like The Running Man, and of course Predator. That's where I know him the best. Obviously his commentating back then, but I don't think I've ever seen him wrestle. Like I've heard him commentate a bunch of matches, Warrior, Hogan, like across the board, but I've never seen him wrestle. I should probably go look that up. But seeing him in Predator, the original Predator, the good one, yeah, he was hilarious in that movie. And of course Running Man. Now next up is Sid Justice. Now you'll have to correct me in the comments down below, but I don't ever recall him wearing red. Mostly remember him wearing black. He always wore black. In all the matches I saw, he was always wearing black. So why would they pick red? Like most of the wrestlers in this pack have red gear. I wonder if they just like red. Yeah. I mean, the fans, the community creations will get this all going anyway, but it is what it is. They all look great. The community creations community will pretty much give them all the gimmicks that they've ever had, all their looks. So keep an eye out for that. But that is really cool. So out of all of these, I gotta say that Sid Justice and Paul Orndorff look the best. But that's me. I mean, they all look great. They did a great job. The renders and everything. It's just, I wanted Psycho Sid. But I guess the community will have to do that. All right. Now, let's go over to Steam and look at this update, this bizarre update for Casual Pro Wrestling. All right, so here we are over on Steam. And over on the Casual Pro Wrestling's pretty much tab where you go and load the game up, They have an update, and this posted on October 31st, so this was about 11 days ago. I was going to add it to a video, I just haven't got around to it yet. And he did something really cool for Halloween. But it's obviously it's a thing that's still continuing, so it's worth talking about. So anyway, let's talk about this. So it says, trick or treat. I made a promise way back that CPW, Casual Pro Wrestling, would allow in the future any humanoid 3D model to be imported to the game as a wrestler. The game has always supported this from the very beginnings, but there is a surprisingly big difference between technically it's possible and modders can easily do it. The update leads us a huge step forward towards that craziness a la Gmod. By the end of the year, I want to complete my promise and provide a tool set for modders to author 3D prefab wrestlers. For casual players, this may not mean much to you or yet, but there's something for you too. As a very simple showcase, the game now ships with a Halloween content pack that adds Skelly McSpook, a spooky, scary skeleton to send shivers down your spine. He's a different breed and is the first wrestler to enter the CPW ring that didn't come out of a CAW mode. Of course, he comes with a brand new entrance theme. Before I give you the changelog, I wanted to thank people giving me some ideas and notions on the wrestling minigame. The Discord poll is closed, but the discussion is not. So far, while little less than half of the players completely fine with the current button mashing, a majority would prefer something different. Please continue to share your thoughts. I'll make a decision on what to try next soon. So without further ado, the humble changelog for this update. Additions. Create a Wrestler added new entrance theme, 3 Spooky 5 Me, which is the Skeleton Guys theme, I'm guessing. Added the CPW Halloween content pack that contains an optional wrestler showcasing 3D model imports, Skelly McSpook, and then technical content packs may now contain asset bundles and define wrestlers based on prefabs contained in those asset bundles. This will be the modder bridge for supporting any humanoid 3D models to be wrestlers in CPW. Prefab wrestlers are defined in JSON files. Movesets, attributes, etc. will be editable in a restricted version of CAW mode. Authoring, my goodness, I can't read. Tools and guides will be released separately at different points in time. Happy Halloween. So this to me is awesome because this sounds like you could literally take from his words, any humanoid 3D model can be imported into the game. So we're talking like Incineroar from Pokemon, any wrestler probably from the old SmackDown games, like any 3D character model you could put in the game. Dude, this sounds like that, what is that other wrestling game? That, what is it? Action Arcade Wrestling, where you can literally create any freaking thing you can possibly imagine and turn into a wrestler. That game has one of the best character creators, but it's really hard to make them. Something like that. And I feel like the modders are going to take this and run with it because the skeleton of the game is very fun. And as he works on it going forward, we're going to have another great wrestling game on our hands. It's already fun to play if you take it at face value. Do not compare it to 2K. It is like, it's not fair. It's made by one dude. It's ragdoll physics. It's very fun to play, but it's also extremely early in its life. So take that how you will. I think this is awesome. This will really help this game, and this is something I think Ultra Pro Wrestling is going to implement as well once their game comes out. Especially on here, you know that the wrestling or Ultra Pro Wrestling will have a workshop right out of the get-go. Like the whole point of Ultra Pro Wrestling is make it your own. It's like a sandbox. It's like one of the words he's used in almost every one of his videos. Giant sandbox. So I love it when wrestling games let you just go nuts with the creativity. I don't know if he ever puts this on a console. I don't know how this will work. It'll probably be restricted to just the in-game Create a Wrestler. This will probably just be a PC Steam thing only. But if he can get this to work on a console, I think he'd be fine because he's not selling the 3D models that they put into the game. People are just downloading it and using it however they want, right? It's an all community-driven thing, and I think that's how these games get away with it. Like, otherwise, they would sue 2K for someone making Mario or someone making a wrestler from another promotion because they're not supposed to be in the game. Well, they get away with it because it's just community driven. So there's so much cool stuff that they could do with this game. So I just wanted to make a video or talk about this in this video so that you modders that have all this talent can go in here and just have fun with this too. Like, don't sleep on this, because this game could easily blow up out of the blue. Like, I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this game. You guys got to keep an eye on this, because I feel like this eventually will be up there. I don't want to say 2K's level, even though I just said don't compare it to 2K. But this could be an awesome alternative wrestling game down the road. So keep an eye on this, and I'll report on it every time I see something that's really cool. So sub to the channel if you want to keep up to date with casual pro wrestling. Anyway, so that's the news for the day. What do you make of all the new wrestlers that are dropping tomorrow? Which one are you the most excited for? For me, Sid Justice. I'm just curious what you guys like. And go try out Casual Pro Wrestling. Show the guy some love, because this game's really fun. And as always, thank you for watching, and stay frosty.